decided, can we move into the middle of the sofa for aesthetic reasons? Hello my honeys and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Steph and this is Trev. If you're returning, welcome back. Today, what are we doing?
I stupidly agreed to do a Q&A.
You'll be fine in a minute. He's fine. He's fine. For those of you that are new, Trev is not a natural in front of the camera. He doesn't actually like it that much. So it's taken me 7.5 months to convince him to do this video.
Yes.
Just pretend the camera's not there. It's not there.
It's not like a big deal.
Okay, fine. So, on Instagram, I asked you to send in your questions, anything related to like relationships or to us specifically, and we're basically going to just answer them for you now. I actually can't believe you've agreed to this.
No.
The question we got asked the most was, how did you meet? Do you want to tell the story or shall I?
I think you should tell the story. I'll just jump in when
it's wrong. Okay, so it was around the time in summer when it was the World Cup, the weather was really good in London, everyone was really happy, and my best friend Harry and I organised a night out. So he was bringing all of his rugby boys and I was bringing a few of my friends, and we were meeting at a pub, in like a pub garden. I was the first girl to arrive and I was dressed as a cheerleader, wasn't I? I turned up and I was really nervous to come on my own because I was like, I'm with this like 8 guys and I'm just gonna walk in like, hi, none of you know me. And they had like a little booth table outside. There was like this corner and I walked in, said hello to Harry, I was like, how are you doing? Da, da, da. Turned to my left and I was just like, hello.
No, I felt like you completely blanked me.
Probably because I was like, oh my god, who's this? So then I went up to Harry and we went to the bar to get a drink and I was like, who is he? Why have I never seen him before? Why do you have such fit friends? Introduce me. And then you're really shy. Really shy. So yeah. I was basically like, he's amazing. And then my other friend turned up and was like, oh my god, that guy's so hot. And I was like, no, he's not. And she was like, what do you mean? And I was like, he's not hot. She was like, yeah, he is. And I was like, no, I have claimed him for the evening, so find someone else. And she was like, what? And I was like, you got here late, so I get first dibs. And she was like, okay, fine. We were sat with a person in between. Who was in between us? I can't remember who it was. And I can't remember how, but somehow we switched places. I literally went from being like this to being like... And then he was really shy, bless him, and we were just talking. One of the other rugby boys was like, you wouldn't kiss her, to him. And then I was just there like, oh my god, is this happening?
You just...
Well, that's what I was like.
That's not what you like.
That's what I was like, staring at you. And then we kissed, and then we fell in love.
And that's the end of the story.
That's the end of the story. The next morning, everyone that went out for breakfast. We said goodbye, but he didn't take my number. And I was like, that's so rude. And then he slid into my DMs. Should I say what you said?
Do you remember what I said?
I don't remember exactly what you said. You said, hi Steph, thanks for a lovely evening. Here's my number, do with it what you will.
Word for word.
Pretty sure. And then I basically left it like 5 minutes to play cool. And then I WhatsApped you and was like, hi, it's Steph. And then the rest is history. And then we went on a date.
First few dates, you weren't really too sure, were you?
No, so the first few dates, I was like, oh, he's too nice. So he arranged for us to go for dinner and to see the theatre. But you can't really get to know someone in the theatre. So we were like dancing along and like having a good time and stuff. But after we kissed goodbye and I was just like, he's too nice. And my mum was like, give him another chance. So then we went out for dinner and I was like, okay. Yeah, Sue was fighting in the corner. We went out for dinner and I was like, okay, fine. He's quite nice. You've secured a third date on the second date. The third date, I went to stay with him and he researched a vegan recipe, bought all the ingredients, cooked me dinner, woke me up the next morning with breakfast, and I was just like, okay, he can stay.
I put in quite a lot of effort.
You put in so much effort. He FaceTimed his mum when I was there, and she was like, who are you with? And he was like, no one. And she was like, who are you with? And I was like, you! I was like, hi!
You sound like you were very confident. Can we just be clear that you were like a mute on FaceTime?
Was I?
Yeah.
Was I?
Yeah, you just went quiet. You were just sort of like...
Well, I was nervous. I was like,
rabbit in the headlights.
Meeting the parents. I was like, Jesus, I'm not ready for this. This is only our third date. Relax. Okay, yeah, I was not confident.
Yeah, no, you weren't.
Then I went to his game on the Saturday. Bearing in mind, his mum was there, his dad was there, his uncle was there, his auntie was there, his 2 cousins were there, his cousin's girlfriend was there, and I was just like, hi!
I didn't tell you this.
You didn't tell me this, otherwise I would have had an anxiety attack. And then in the first 40 minutes of the game, he got injured. And a stud went into his leg and ripped his leg open to the point where I could see layers of fat and veins and blood and everything. I was getting drunk with his mum. We ended up in A&E and we got locked in this little room for 4 hours while someone kept messing up his stitches, redoing it, messing it up. and I was like comforting him, and basically we fell in love, didn't we?
That was the point there.
Even the woman that came in to do his stitches was like, oh my god, how long have you been together? And I was like, we've met 4 times. I was like, we're not together. So that is the long story of how we met.
And you've condensed it quite a lot, but...
Why? What would you add?
Well...
What?
You just missed loads.
What did I miss?
No, we move on.
Next question. How long have you been together? We've been together now for 7 months and 4 days. How do you diffuse tension if you argue?
We've been pretty good so far. We haven't really had a...
We haven't had a big
real
argument, but I think that is because since the very beginning we've been quite open about talking.
Another thing, I can just... You're so readable.
Oh, I don't hide my emotions.
It doesn't matter like what you're feeling, you can see it in your face.
Yeah, so he knows when I'm upset.
Even if you try and hide something, you can't.
But I think it is just basically we speak about things openly and like have adult conversations.
There's no point letting it get to the stage where you're going to blow up.
Yeah, and I think we'll have an uncomfortable conversation and then move on from it, which I think is quite good. How often are you guys together? Every day, every other day? Well, it depends.
You're away a lot, aren't you?
Yeah, but also our schedules are quite flexible. I'd say we see each other maybe like once in the weekday and then once in the weekend.
Yeah.
Sometimes more.
On average.
On average. What's your favourite thing to do together?
Eat.
True.
We do a lot of things together. Our favourite thing is probably just chilling out and watching Netflix series because
we don't do that very often. Do you ever argue? I say we like bicker and we wind each other up.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say we argue.
No.
Do you ever accidentally call him Trev instead of his real name? So just to clarify, his name is Trev online because when we first started seeing each other, I was like, I don't really want to expose his identity. And then on the first YouTube video I filmed when he was involved, I came up with the name Trevor, and he looked so uncomfortable with it that I was like, could stay. Then it got abbreviated to Trev, and then now I've just not said his real name because it's funny, and everyone's like, I know his real name, and I'm like, cool story, and we're just playing off it really, aren't we?
Well, we went out the other night and someone called him Trev.
Oh yeah, he walked through the crowd and someone's like, hey Trev, and he was like,
What?
Do you ever think you want to be tagged?
No, it doesn't really bother me.
Well, I just find it funny, so I'm not tagging him yet. What made you ask her out? Ooh!
Peer pressure.
I mean, that's savage. Is that true?
No, not at all. I wanted to ask you, so I asked you after the Stay Sassy, didn't I?
Yeah, he came to a Stay Sassy event, and my 2 angels, Lottie and Mel, were like, when are you going to ask her out? And then you asked me out that night, and I was...
And
I remember him saying, I want to ask you something. And I just went, look, if people have made you feel like you need to say this, please don't. Do it in your own time. I don't feel pressured into saying anything. And then he was like, no, I really want to ask you. Do you remember this? And you were like, I hate that it seems as though it's other people making me do it. And I was like, okay. And then you were like, Stephanie Ellsworth. And I was like, yeah.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. You full named me.
I did not
You full named me. I remember.
I hate
he went,
myself.
Stephanie Ellsworth. And
I
I was
hate
like,
myself.
yeah. And he was like, will you be my girlfriend? And I was like,
you...
yes. This is what happened.
I full named you.
It was cute.
I hate myself.
What's your age difference? 5 years.
Basically, I'm old.
No, you're not. Do you see you and Trev getting old together? You can ask this.
Yes.
Me too. What does Trev like most about you? That's an actual question, I'm not just fishing.
Oh, right, okay. I don't like this.
Do you not want to answer this one?
What? You already know.
What?
You literally inspire me. You're gorgeous, you're stunning. And we're like the same person, aren't we? We like the same things, the same music, we love to train, like, I don't know, it's just everything that we have in common is mad.
That was so nice.
You know that's what I think about you anyway.
First thing you were attracted to about the other? Your face.
Your bum.
Fair. How did you talk to Trev about your past mental health issues? I don't remember. It's kind of just been over time, hasn't it?
Yeah, I've not pushed it either because obviously the more I learned, the more I knew that it'd have to just come out in time.
Yeah. Did Trev know you were an influencer when you met?
Yes.
Did you?
Yeah, well, Harry showed me pictures and stuff.
Oh, did you look at my profile and think, oh god, she's an arsehole before you met me?
I didn't think you'd be like as down to earth as you are.
Oh really? Wow, what did you think I was going to be like?
I don't know. Well, you see someone on Instagram and they've got X amount of followers. Like I'm completely alien to the world. Like, you just don't know what to expect, and you kind of have a preconceived idea in your head.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Photos, I mean, and you're a dancer and all this, and had a few posy photos on Instagram, and I was just like, well, I don't know. I didn't really know what to expect, but you were nothing like what I imagined anyway. So.
Well, that's good. Any pet peeves, annoyances about the other?
You're an absolute drama queen.
Yeah. I'm not denying that.
Like,
yeah, but you knew that from early on.
I mean, you warned me, but Jesus.
Okay, fine. Yeah, I'm a drama queen. Is that the only thing?
Timekeeping is horrendous.
Yeah.
I mean, awful.
I've never been. No.
I remember putting up a story on my Instagram when we first met. Like, this was like really early on, of like a skeleton waiting on a bench.
Yeah, no, that's so true. I remember that.
Nothing's changed. I'm still the same.
No, because realistically, I'm not late to things that are super important. Like if we've got a show to be at, or if we've got that to be at. But if we're going to the gym and we've said around 11, maybe I'll get there for 11:15.
No,
Okay, well I'm working on it. What?
Biggest pet peeve at the moment.
What?
Say.
Oh my god, sorry.
It's a Welsh thing.
He'll ask me a question and then wait a millisecond and then say, like, answer me faster. I'm doing something and then I'm processing the question whilst processing what I'm doing, and he'll literally breathe and then go, say. And I'm like, that's my biggest pet peeve, but other than that, great. What's the most embarrassing / weird thing you've done without the other noticing? I farted in my sleep, woke myself up, and I thought he heard. And then I checked, and I literally, oh my god, it was like it was really early on in the relationship. It was like, we'd been officially together for like a week. That was probably the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How long after you met did you become boyfriend and girlfriend? We met in July.
July the 11th.
And we became official on the 2nd of September. Why do you guys live with your parents, and when did you move in together? Okay, so first of all, we don't live together, we just spend quite a lot of time together. And I still live with my parents because why is there a rush to move out? I'm 22.
Yeah, there isn't.
There isn't a rush.
I live on my own.
Yeah,
well,
he's
I
got a
live
housemate,
in yeah.
But he enjoys coming here.
Yes.
Were you scared he was a fuckboy initially, since you said you met on a night out? Oh god, yeah. I think everyone's a fuckboy. You just proved yourself that you weren't quite early on.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I was really nervous until we were like official, because I was like, is he speaking to anyone else? Did we ever speak about if we were speaking to other people?
I think so.
Did we have a conversation?
Yeah, it'll been a couple of weeks in.
Well, I actually, the day after we met, or 2 days after we met, I went on a date with someone else, but I told you about it.
Yes.
Just so I could be like, you went on a date with someone the day after we met.
I did.
So, we were both as bad as each other. Can I tell you a secret? Harry said that he messaged you and was like, how did your date go? And you replied saying, well, she wasn't Steph.
That's bullshit.
I have a screenshot.
Fuck. Yeah, that's it.
I was well happy. Have you both thought about marriage? What are your views? We're getting married. I told everyone this, we're getting married. I don't know when.
One day.
One day. We do talk about it. Where do you see your relationship in 5 years?
It's hard. I don't like these questions.
Why?
Because this is hard to say where you're going to be in 5 years.
In an ideal world, if everything went step by step how you wanted it to go, where would you want our relationship to be in 5 years?
But we'd have a place together,
Mm-hmm.
and we'd be thinking about other things.
Elaborate. Other human things?
Yeah, probably.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say, ideally, in 5 years, we would have travelled loads, seen all the things we wanted to see, marriage, living together, baby. It's a lot in 5 years, but like, you know.
Baby.
How did Trev become so comfortable around the camera so quickly?
I'm not. I'm really not. This is hurting me. Hurting my soul.
First impressions of each other: fit and Welsh and quite polite and quite shy.
First of all, I thought you were rude because you didn't say hello.
I did say hello!
But then when you actually came over and said hello, I was like, okay.
I think I was really nervous.
This one's a good egg.
You thought I was rude.
I did. You didn't say hello.
Did I not?
No. It felt like you just walked straight past me.
No.
Yeah. Because I was sat in the corner.
But I got in the corner to go say hello to everyone.
Oh, don't get me wrong, my impressions changed very quickly.
Okay, fine. So really good. I thought he was fit and lovely and polite, and you thought I was rude. Thanks. Favourite thing about one another? My favourite thing about you is that you have really good morals in terms of like family. You're a really caring person.
It's favourite thing.
Well, I can't pick one. And you just have a really big heart. And he makes me feel really special. I think that's my main thing. Like, you just kind of celebrate everything I do.
I just try and support it.
Yeah. But it's not like a fake thing. It's just really genuine and I really like it. Is he vegan too? No, but he will be. I don't think he'll ever be fully vegan.
I do like vegan food, yeah.
Do you find it hard being on social media or do you enjoy it?
I find it tough. Yeah.
I think I need to be less pushy.
I don't like the pressure of having to be on it.
Yeah, no, that's
Does
fair.
that make sense? Like, I don't mind doing it because I know it's your job.
But if it wasn't my job, you wouldn't want to be on it as much.
No, I don't think so.
That's fair. How do you manage long distance when you're travelling so much?
FaceTime.
FaceTime is our best friend. What makes this relationship different to your previous ones?
I can genuinely see where I want to be.
Yeah, me too. And I think it's also different because we have so much in common, and I think we learn a lot from each other, and I feel really safe. Cringe. Do you hate this?
You know how much I cringe?
I love cringe. Who gets the most jealous?
You do.
Me.
Why? You do by a long shot.
Okay, yeah.
Well,
I wouldn't say it's jealous. Okay, yeah, it is jealous. Just because, right? Trev doesn't realise how good looking he is.
you don't need to say that shit.
I'm just saying, he doesn't. And girls will flirt with him, and I'll get a little bit jealous. And because he's just so nice, he'll be nice to anyone, so he's not like encouraging it, but he won't be nasty to someone, so I get jealous a little bit. And I do get a little bit paranoid about past relationships. I'm not crazy. I think it's normal because when you feel like you have so much to lose, you do get a little bit paranoid because you don't want it to end or to change.
I get a little bit jealous as well.
A little bit. If it goes from jealousy to like overprotectiveness and like aggressive and nasty, then that's a problem. But I think a little bit of jealousy is harmless and actually quite healthy. What is the one thing he does that always makes you smile? His dancing. I love when he dances. It makes me laugh. Who wears the trousers?
I don't know, I think different situations.
It depends on the situation, yeah. I'd say we both wear trousers. What I love is that you say no to me, because I've been with people before who always say yes. And I'm like, okay, that's great, but put me in my place.
Don't get me wrong, you ignore the no as well.
Yeah, true. Do you understand what's going on when supporting him at rugby? Nope.
You're learning.
I am learning, to be fair. Who is more competitive?
You told me I was, but I beg to differ.
I remember when we first started seeing each other, I was like, I'm not competitive at all. Like, I'm just not a competitive person. I think I lied.
We played board games, and you are a different level competitive.
Yeah, I do like board games. Yeah.
Categories.
Okay, I think I am a little bit.
Categories.
All right.
You basically embarrassed my whole family. You were that good.
That's right. Have you been teaching Steph any Welsh? Yes. Nos da pempiden, bore da toltyn.
Go on. Tush.
Tush. That's that. Toltyn. That means good morning, arsehole. No, good morning, dickheads. And good night, arsehole. What's the most important thing to keep a healthy relationship? I think it's honesty and speaking openly.
I was going to say communication.
Yeah, communication.
It's weird because you don't really think about it. Like,
yeah.
having people ask you these questions, you kind of have
It's
to
hard.
think about what you're doing.
But I do think it is communication and showing your appreciation for one another a lot.
It's making time for each other as well.
Yeah. Question for Trev. In what way has Steph changed your life, or is it still the same?
It's completely different. Completely different.
In a good way?
Yeah, obviously.
Okay, good.
We used to joke with the lads, I'm just a humble boy from Newport. Humble Welsh boy from Newport.
Do you ever talk about exes or just live for the now and the future? We've spoken about exes a bit, but I feel like that's just because...
Oh, we spoke about really early on. We kind of got out of the way.
Yeah, we spoke about relationships that didn't work and why they didn't work and things like that. We've just been so open since the beginning, haven't we?
Yeah.
Okay, last question.
Your brother.
My brother commented, cringe me later.
Oh, yeah.
Joke on Stephen. Okay, can we finish with this question because I love this story? Oh,
Cringe.
please.
Oh, please.
No?
This is how it happens every time.
Please. Please. Can I?
You can talk about it.
When was the first time you said I love you? Well,
Oh, God's sake.
basically, I realised I loved him, but I didn't say it. I was like, I'm going to wait for his birthday. And I'm going to make this like really romantic speech and then be the first one to say it. We got to the place of his birthday and you were really surprised, weren't you, because you had no idea. And then I laid out a picnic of all his favourite foods. We were in our robes. He put on our song, which is John Mayer in Your Atmosphere. We were just like talking and he was like, I want to say something, but I'm worried it's too soon. And I was like, say it, because I was like, I'm going to say it too. And then he basically, it was just really romantic and was just like, I think I'm falling in love with you. And then I basically was like, I'm in love with you. And then you were like, I wanted to say that for so long, and I was like, you haven't said it yet. And then he said, I love you. And then that was it. And then like 10 minutes later I cried. And he was like, why are you crying? And I was just like, oh, I'm so happy. And I was just a mess. But yeah, that's how it happened, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Did you hate me telling that story?
Yeah.
Do you want me to cut it in post?
Mm.
I'm not going to, but would you want me to? Anyway, that brings us to the end of our Q&A.
Yes.
That wasn't so bad.
I'm hurting inside right now.
You are so tense. I've never seen you this tense.
Yeah.
That's it from us. I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for participating. Please don't hate me. We hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please give this video a cheeky thumbs up. If you don't already, pretty please subscribe to this channel. And yeah, let me know anything else you want to see, any other challenges you want us to do. It will take him a couple of months to be convinced. So bear with me. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you guys very soon. Bye. Say bye.
Bye.
Say bye in Welsh.
Hwyl fawr.
Hwyl fawr.